Wait, ladies and gents, Pit the Swordmaster here, and welcome to another episode of Pitty and Pals React to Death Battle! This time, we'll be looking at LEGO Ninjago's Kai versus LEGO Bionicle's Tahu. But before we get into the episode, I want to briefly go into my thoughts on the matchup itself.
Speak of this to nobody.
Talk about a left field pick. While I never grew up on either myself, Ninjago and Bionicle is as obvious a pairing as it gets. They're both of LEGO's big, iconic attempts at creating a more grand story and world out of their brick figures, and despite the decade-long gap in between them, the fandom overlap means this idea is very much a no-brainer. Truthfully, as far as the matchup itself goes, I don't really have a lot to comment on. I don't have much interest in Ninjago personally, and while I enjoyed the standalone movie fairly well, it's for sure not the purest taste of the series you'll get, especially for Kai himself. He's barely even notable in this thing. Bionicle I made more of an effort to get into, but what I looked at still didn't impress me all too much. I still jive with this idea just for the fun concept alone, as well as how well their personalities match together, but as far as investment in either goes, not a lot to really give. What I am interested in immensely though is this being our first dedicated stop motion episode. Stop motion is already one of the most fascinating forms of animation out there, both in the amount of effort required to bring it to life and how it can create some of the most uniquely styled animations ever devised. Hell, even non-stop motion media like the LEGO movies still style themselves to look that way through tricks like choppier movement and lower frame rates. I especially always loved those stop-motion animations that could do so through official figures in particular. The more limited range of movement and facial expressions you get through what's intended to be display pieces as opposed to dedicated miniatures with a full range of motion to play with, not only makes for a fun challenge to see a creative overcome, but it makes for some of the most charming pieces out there when you see what a dedicated fan can do with shit they have lying on their shelves. Kai vs. Tahu being stop-motion has me excited for what they can do with that. There's likely going to be some wiggle room since LEGO figures aren't exactly known for being the most flexible things in the world movement-wise, but I really want to see how they choreograph it, what effects they use, how they can sell this fight as something you could feasibly recreate with your own LEGO minifigs, while still being a fun and flashy fight mixing Kai's ninja action with Tahu's Ratchet and Clank-esque kid. So now's the time to see how it all gets pieced together. For this video, I got some of my friends sit down and watch the episode with me. Will Kai spin to win the ninja way? Or will Tahu unmask his foe in magnificent fashion? Let's find out!
Long before time had a name, the first Spinjitzu master created Ninjago using 4 elemental
weapons.
When he
Aside-
passed, a dark presence sought out to collect them all.
And everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
6-7.
Welcome.
Alright, start it over, we're running it back.
Oh god, everyone's clicking off.
The video.
It's all your fault.
What the fuck did I do? Got this right here.
Everyone's clicking
What
off.
I didn't say anything.
Actually, isn't YouTube introducing a thing where, like, if you click on it and you only play, like, a frame, it's gonna count as a view?
I hope so.
You're not going to need that after this
This is
reaction.
why-
So,
This is why 6 people reaction videos are rare for this channel. Not because we usually save it for like when there's like that many people interested. No, it's because I don't want stuff like this happening.
Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Kid.
yeah, the more of us that are together, the more chaotic it gets. Which also makes it more fun.
Speak for yourself. This is gonna be a pain to edit.
You think we're gonna get like hate comments being like, "Oh, they talk too much over the
Yes.
Most
analysis."
likely.
You know we're gonna get hate
I
comments.
hope we get some of those because I think they're fucking hilarious.
They
Yeah.
are.
Write your funniest hate
They can
comments.
be.
in the
I'm going to
comments
get a
below
ton
and
of
we'll read
I
I'm
them
will
going to
all.
get a ton of comments getting mad at us that we're reacting to the video in this reaction
Actually,
video.
yes, that's a good idea. Please write your best hate comments, and then Pit will make a video where we react to them.
Yes.
Honestly,
Also-
Terrible idea.
it's hilarious.
Best one gets
do it,
featured in
do
the
it,
next
do it.
reaction.
I'm going to warn
Shout
everyone
out.
in advance. I'm going to warn everyone in advance. I will be squealing and yapping about Ninjago lore in this episode because I have seen all
I
15
am
episodes of the
hereby
original
banning you
series.
from yapping about Ninjago lore. That is what the analysis is for.
Why did you bring her then?
Stop me!
She was
Why did you
threatening me.
invite her then?
I like
Also, I think the
Bionicle.
biggest
She
Ninjago-
was threatening
also,
to
but-
beat my kneecaps up.
Well, you don't have kneecaps.
She's built like a kneecap. What are you talking about?
It's true.
What?
It's
Okay,
true.
Stacey justified your place in this reaction.
Actually,
Yeah.
since we're here, would it be cool if
What?
I showed off the Lego guys I created for the thumbnail?
Yes, I
and,
did. I do want to see
reaction?
that.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, this before, I would have preferred you called me a translator saying I'm built like a kneecap.
I was they were gonna appear in the video regardless, but fuck it,
Okay.
sure, give them more of a highlight.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
I want to get a good look at this little.
I want to see Lego
premise.
Madoka.
I want
wanna
to
see
see
one
the
at a time.
xenomorph.
I'll go one at a time, starting off with Pips, of course.
Okay.
Aww.
That's really well
adorable.
made.
Shot
That's
water.
really that's really well made. That's really
I
good.
love her.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Following that, we've got Loka.
That's cute. It's
It looks so
cute.
dopey.
It's so
We look at hair pictures. We look at hair pictures, just by the way.
Then there's my personal favorite, which is Space.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yo! This one has
Yo!
Yeah, that goes hard as fuck.
Oh, wow.
Not usually the gremlin legs. Not usually the gremlin demogorgon legs.
Then this one took a lot of work to figure out with like the post editing and stuff, but I'm really proud of it. It's B.
Oh, cool.
It's the Madoka. That's so good. That looks amazing. I love that.
And that before World Burger Snack Rising.
Next up, for the
That's
newest
so
person in
cute.
these reactions, you've got Gothic.
Oh,
Aw.
Oh,
I was
that's
gonna
really
make fun of it,
good.
but not sweet. I like that.
That's really good.
And then you've got the other Irishman.
That is just Will.
I like how it's
Oh.
all of these like fictional characters that are associated with us, and then just Will.
This is my
Also,
OC.
also hi, movie Jay's hairpiece. God, I'm way too autistic about Lego that I can tell what said some of these like pieces that we used here.
I love that I'm rooting
Yeah.
Tahu, despite the fact that it wasn't until like today that I touched anything Bionicle that I actually liked.
Damn.
He's just that
Yeah,
cool.
should be obvious to everyone considering I have been Joel Ninjago and it is one of the favorite series of one of my best friends.
I think
Tyler's
it's
a
like what I've seen from this very period is that like no one has checked out Bionicle, but everyone's just looked at Tahu and went, "Dude, he's fucking awesome."
Tyler's a
Yeah.
fucking chud. But I love him. I love this
the
guy.
guy.
Like, look at him; he looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then,
Now that's
and then
a
you see him
choking
in the first
hazard
film,
I
and,
would
he-
eat.
and then you see him in the
Huh?
film, and then he just gets washed by people.
It's always a fucking asshole.
Tyler's an asshole. I like this guy.
I love him.
Also, Kai's cool. I'm
Yeah.
not really. I mean, I obviously I watched Ninjago as a kid, but I didn't watch this. I didn't watch that much Ninjago during this wait period. But he's cool.
I
looking
watched
forward to watching
15
more.
seasons during the
You
wait
watch.
period.
You fucking locked in for Ninjago this wait period. 'Cause
I
holy
watched
shit, he's like
watched Ninjago literally every day.
you did a season a
Did you
day.
come
That's
out
kind
a
of
better-
crazy.
Did you come out a better person for it?
Well, that's
Fine,
don't worry about that.
Meanwhile, there's me who watched all 50 seasons of Ninjago, all 4 seasons of the sequel series before this episode was even announced.
I think
It's gonna
I
be
made-
funny,
You
Loka,
intentionally
if you
prepared
do.
for it.
It's gonna be funny, Loka, if you do
Yes.
like a list of like what media you experienced for each wait period, and then for Kyver's Tahu, it's just gonna be this long line of Ninjago seasons.
There's
Yeah,
a long
yeah.
Just
line of Ninjago
Ninjago,
seasons,
Ninjago.
movie, 1 Bionicle comic, and 3 Bionicle movies. So I did a lot.
I have 2 Ninjago seasons. I have the pilot. I have 1 Ninjago movie. I have 4 Bionicle movies but the Bionicle comics.
4.
Yeah, there's 4 movies.
There's 4. I haven't watched 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's the shit one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Weirdly enough, I did more for Bionicle this wait period than Ninjago.
Yeah, same.
I mostly just rambled with my friend who really loves both. I literally, I told him to watch the episode for the next time, but as soon as he saw it, he just messaged me, I don't care who wins next time, I win either way.
Speaking of next time, What do
It's
you
not-
guys think the next time
It's
is
not
going to
Mewtwo
be?
It's not
versus Shadow.
Sonic.
Shadow
Still two.
I'm calling it now.
It's
It's
not
not
Mewtwo
Sonic.
versus Shadow. It's not
Put
Mewtwo
your
versus
predictions in the comments below, and if you get it right, we'll know you're lying.
Yeah.
It's true.
I love the
Oh,
thought
it's
that like someone
amazing.
just stops watching like literally right before the next time and just puts their predictions.
You think
Yeah.
anyone watches these videos as like the first? Like they don't watch the actual death battles; they watch this instead.
Well, considering the
That'd be
amount of people that
hilarious.
complained that we're talking over the episode.
I mean, maybe.
If you do
I'd not
that,
be surprised.
tell us, I guess, and we can tell you not to do that.
Yeah.
I literally have the episode linked below.
I feel like
what
let's say
what
watch
is
the
it that they
first
say?
and watch the reaction section.
Support
is
the
it?
official release.
Support the official release. There it is.
Yeah, do that.
They literally nearly died 2 years ago, so please.
Bell needs it.
Give them your money. Give them your money. They're a struggling indie studio. They barely make anything. Give them your money.
Unrelated, also give us money.
You can also
It's not gonna help
Yes.
the videos, we just like money.
No, give me
No
money.
way you're asking
Yes.
for money for a reaction
Wait,
video.
us? I
bruh.
haven't seen a single
No
cent
way.
out of these.
Give me specifically money. I promise I won't
Don't
waste it on
have to be
Lego and
No,
take a step to
no,
it.
People are here only for me. We all know that.
No, they're here for me, the new shop owner.
I have an idea.
No.
YouTube has
Don't give yourself
introduced
too much
these like
credit.
poll things to the like.
You're
features
right.
of
Let's
the
make a
videos.
poll.
Yeah, make a poll,
Make a
put all of
poll.
us on there. Whoever gets the most.
For me, the funny girl who
The
don't teach
percentages show off all the different like who gets what amount of money.
Does YouTube have polls?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
if
it's
at
an
the
issue.
what if at the end of each year I just have a poll deciding who gets shot and never shows up on Pitty and Pals again?
I'm sorry.
I nominate Gothic.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are you
Why did you
gonna
say
do?
that?
Okay, but what are you gonna do when the first one comes in and it turns out it's you?
Finally.
Oh, I get the channel.
No, I get the channel.
No.
He literally said I get the channel. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like he told me that he told me that I get the channel.
You're Loca. You don't count.
Your space.
No, you're Loca.
Oh my
that
God.
segment is gonna be so long in the video.
People who
Are
do
you,
not
are
matter
you
are
including
Hey,
all of
hey,
this? 'Cause if
hey,
so,
hey,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to try
I'm
to
sorry,
cut it.
viewer.
I'm going to try to cut it to the best of my ability, but when there's this much yap, it's kind of hard to know when to cut it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice.
God, that looks
I
so
already-
cool.
Kai versus Tahu. Who wins in an all-out
Here we go.
brawl between Ninjago and Bionicle? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
I know, that's your
and
job.
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
Is that
death
Nova
battle.
Blasts?
Alright, here we go.
Thanks to the guidance of Master Wu, he ditched the hammer
Here
and
it is.
anvil
Well,
and
Next
did
is
what
Chappelle
Controller
Ryan
would
on the
do.
battle bus.
Become a ninja!
Yes.
And after some
Also,
intense training,
Crystal
and
Did-
skill, Kai
what?
mastered the special technique of
Yes.
spin-jitsu.
Nice guy.
There you go! He's like a living
Tyler mentioned
blade.
that's
Well,
nice.
it's actually a precise use of perfect balance to deliver dozens of
Oh yeah,
perfect strikes.
Fortnite has
Yeah,
canonized
Tornado
Kai
Ninja.
and Chapel
Got it.
Road
He
of
can
Friends.
fly,
It's really
pull
funny.
bows, and summon his elemental power all around. And you know what that is. Fire!
Fire!
Yes! Kai can throw
Hearing his
fireballs,
music in
resist
Death Battle is
extreme
so
heat,
weird,
form
but it makes me really
protective
happy.
barriers of flame, and even conjure
Okay,
a
this is
fiery
a
rising
True
dragon.
potential.
Basically shifting his spinjitzu
Best
into a
Jitsu,
more powerful
as a
form.
dragon, dragon
So
form.
Kai teamed up with Master Wu's
Yep.
other students, Jay, Cole, and Zane, to make a team of teenage ninjas.
The boys.
Lego
Everyone's
kind,
favorite
not the turtle
Cole.
kind.
It's
On a
a
mission to gather the 4 golden weapons and defeat
weapons,
the evil
huh?
Lord Garmadon. Ninjago treats
Oh.
their characters like actual
Imagine
people,
if real
not
people
Lego pieces.
worked like
Except
Lego.
for in the movie, but that's
don't?
part of the Lego movie continuity, not Ninjago itself. Oh, so Kai can take a hit,
And
but
I'll
still
try
put
that.
himself back
I'm happy.
together like everything is awesome. Whoops. Yeah, bummer. But it wasn't all bad. They got all the
Okay,
golden
then, I've
weapons.
actually seen more
And with
Ninjago
his
than you, 'cause I
sister
watched
rescue,
Dragon's
Kai
Rising.
vowed to become a real elemental master and prove he wasn't
That's
just
what
a
you're getting
so
absolutely
he
shows
tried to
element
train
and extraordinary
when he
defensive.
wasn't slacking off and playing
Barb
video
Warp
games.
song.
Okay.
Befitting a
I
ninja,
really
a
am
pro
never going to be
gamer.
able to see the
Kai
word
is a
potential
master
right
of stealth,
again.
can climb where, frankly, nothing was off the
Okay.
table. Who could forget the
Here
virtual
we go.
world season?
that
was
random?
Time travel
Ed?
season. The
What is
Gold
it?
season. really anything to sell toys.
Meaning,
Yeah,
Kai
that
picked up
happens.
20
Oh,
range
Lord
gear,
almighty.
swords,
Yeah.
grappling
Oh, they're
hooks,
giving him
Right,
all
every
that
time,
shit.
motorcycle,
I'd say
Oh,
the
fun.
first later build later when we
Swords
see
of
the
fire
vehicles.
They're
and
giving him
weapons
all
of
that
choice.
shit that he
Once,
shouldn't
when
have.
Garmadon combined the golden weapons into a mega weapon, Kai and his bros went to the past to get them back.
Not the
Then
wrestle. I didn't
pushed
see the wrestle
themselves to
just
the limit,
wrestle like this.
using the
so-
golden weapons to overload the mega weapon with so much energy it exploded into a star.
While this did
Then
destroy
what?
the golden weapons, creating
Yeah.
enough energy
Yes.
to ignite a
Yeah.
star is absurd.
Yeah.
For a mass to become a star, it must first cross a critical temperature threshold of approximately
Yeah, it's
4
like a
million
mini
degrees
figure. This whole thing
Celsius.
of Aces
Over
became a
time,
fucking
Kai's
star.
fire got so strong he could melt down those same golden weapons.
But no matter how powerful he became, Kai's hot-headedness kept getting in his own way.
Come on, Kai
Don't tell me
oozes
Tahu's getting
main
melted like a
character
snot
energy. He
bottle.
was sure to get the title of Green
Now it's
Ranger
good.
or
Trust.
Green Ninja, the one
Alright,
destined to be the
Tahu
leader
is
of the
something.
team and take down Garmadon once and
After
for all.
Green.
Right?
No. Kai was chosen by Master Wu, but that didn't mean he was the chosen one. That honor belonged to the up-and-comer Lloyd, who happened to be Garmadon's
Why
son
Lloyd?
and Wu's
Hey.
nephew.
Here we go,
It's best
Nepo,
play, right?
baby. Kai's defeated Karlov, the Master of Metal, and trained Wildfire, the Master of Heat.
With his
Random
teammates, he
Karlov
took down the
mention.
Great Devourer, a snake goddess that
Don't
could
even know
consume
what's
the
going on in
continent,
the Tower
and
of Fashion.
Nightfall, a djinn that could lift
you
half
wanna
of
do-
Ninjago's landmass
Look at the
into the
ribbon, it's
sky.
fine.
And when these
What's
crystal
the-
weirdos had him on the ropes, Kai did a jump up, kick back, whip
Alright,
around,
well,
and
let's-
spin to
around.
achieve his
Let's
ultimate
go.
power,
Let
the
me try
Dragon
back to
Form.
it.
With this,
Again.
Kai gets a huge boost in power, can fight on par with demonic Onis, and can even harm the Overlord, the source of all evil in the world, who was as strong
Everyone's
as the
favorite
first
Ninjago
Spinjitzu
villain.
Master. Remember?
No.
The creator of Ninjago
He
itself.
fucking
By
sucks.
uniting with his pals, they summoned a giant golden dragon that obliterated the Overlord. Sayonara, sucker! That's the power of found family.
Again, it's rough
It's
transfer
true.
of the drug thing because that's it. You
God,
know,
it
took
took
him far and wide, where he beat the odds time and time
He would
again.
100%
Because
pay that much, bro, like I
Hothead
said.
chosen one or not,
But you would look at
within
that and say,
Kai
"Ooh, what a
was the
steal."
fire
Fire!
of a ninja.
Fire!
I haven't like I said those several $100s.
Enter Bionicle!
Bionicle begins on the island of Mata Nui when 6
Lego Elder
mysterious
Scrolls.
canisters arrived at the homeland of the biomechanical
Like a
material.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Hell from a weird stone, and this little guy, Takua, out popped 6 very
Takua!
marketable warriors. The Toa!
Kopaka, Gali, Ohatu, Lua, Unua, and their self-proclaimed leader, Tahu.
But what were the Toa? Tahu
Joking has
had
to
an
yes.
idea. He and the others had no memory of what,
Well,
when,
that's-
where, all the important stuff.
Made me
Nothing.
turn and marry.
But even early on, Tahu could shoot fires,
Okay.
set his sword ablaze, melt thousands of tons of sand into glass, and even stop a volcanic eruption. But even more importantly, he surfs on lava!
Hell
man,
yeah.
that's so cool!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Monster.
Tahu's fire
Yeah.
is
Look at that
so
thing go,
so
hell
cool.
yeah.
that it can reportedly
Yeah,
melt
it's true.
any
yeah.
known substance, anything. And on the rare occasion that his own fire isn't enough, he can absorb flames from his foes and surroundings. But it would take all
He'll
his might
absorb
to
the
face
flames of a
Matanui's
thousand
trials
suns.
and gather
sure.
the
He won't.
Noe masks.
Magic
I had the
mask
power
to get
of
extra
magic,
power,
explain
and
it.
the Toa scooped up a bunch
That's a
of them.
lot of
With his
math.
mask of
This
shielding,
is
Tahu can make an
It's
energy
Bionicle
barrier that blocks
time.
all kinds of attacks.
Literally.
By jumping into a pool of liquefied cyber juice to become the Toa Nuva. Now boasting twin
Last time
magma
I did
swords
that, I
and
just
later
got
some
mercury
slick
burns.
adaptive armor, Tahu can fly and use his fire in new
Just
supercharged
get into what
ways.
you should believe to
Conjure
think about
fire
that
creatures,
regions.
create lava pits, and steal the heat from other living beings. So much so that the
Okay.
process freezes them solid. As the Toa Nuva, Tahu and his
Tahu,
team are
you know
among
what
the
to do.
strongest generations of Toa.
Sure, it'd be a
Just as
shame
mighty
if
as much
Kai had a
later
lot of experience with someone who was really good at using ice powers.
A living
What
beam
is
of light. It was tough, but with some clever thinking and a
Experience
mirror
means
trap,
nothing
they
in the
used
hands of a
Umbra's
capable
own super
warrior.
speed against him.
But perhaps Tahu's most impressive ability is the
Why are you
forbidden
dancing?
technique. The
Why are you
move
going to
no
Fortnite
Toa
dancing?
wants to
He's in the
use, because the absolute
He's gonna Fortnite
annihilation
emote.
that it causes is
Nova Blast.
unforgivable.
The Nova Blast.
Using all of his elemental energy at
Chaos
once,
Blast.
Tahu can unleash a blast
Basically.
so powerful
Chaos
that it can
Blast.
potentially destroy all of Mata Nui. Not Mata Nui the island, oh no. Mata Nui is also the planet. And not just any planet, but a living celestial
match Kai
being
and
that
Power.
became a planet.
Wait,
Oh boy,
Wait,
here we
what,
go.
you
If you
fucking
think stuff
Primus?
like Warhammer and Elder
Yeah, the
Scrolls
ship
have
movie.
too much
It
lore,
literally
you're
is
not
just
ready for
Primus.
Bionicle lore. Don't even get me started on the shattering of Sphere's magma and the betrayal of the League of Six Kingdoms and...
But more than any physical power,
the
Tahu was
Bionicle?
learning that a good leader isn't just one who leads, but is willing
Bionicle
to
world
be
gets
led.
hard. There's a reason people are
he
very
faced
autistic
Matanui's
about it.
final trial. The Toa were tasked with guiding this new member, something Tahu found surprising, but ultimately accepted
Where have I
for
heard
the
this
good of the
before?
group.
Good thing,
I'm
too, because
surprised
they
that they
needed to
didn't
be a
just do a
solid
work
team when they
with
finally
Puppets.
learned
I
their
like this
true
one.
purpose. The whole
Same.
reason they were built in the
I've heard this
first
been just
place.
saving lives for
Waking
Tommy, which
up
is one of my favorite references. I really like that
Long
one.
ago, the great spirit Matanui charted the depths of space until the Makuta Pterodax poisoned Matanui
Ghost
like
in
a
the
cancer.
Giants?
Tahu and the Toa were meant to act like white blood cells, protecting the heart of Matanui and, should he fall, resurrect him.
Yeah, Makuta Matata's whole plan was to amass an army, hijack Robo-Planet Montanui, and rule the universe. And he actually
9.99
pulled it off.
Tahu and his team were ready to fight back, with every generation
say
of Toa
comics?
joining together to
they
reawaken
made
Matanui.
comics.
Then, alongside the Toa of Light, Tahu went on an epic quest
Isn't
for
it-
his
why does
final
Tahu
toy
use DC's
variant.
willing to be Kai?
Upgrade, the Golden Armor. Screw you, Tagua. He's getting a
Oh,
gold
Lord,
ring
more
anyway.
bullshit.
This
Oh, they're
armor
actually
not
giving
only
us all
boosts
that
his
stuff.
own power by several
Hell yeah.
hundred magnitudes, but also absorbs the powers of those it defeats for Tahu to use. One for all Toa to see, shoulder to shoulder, united in duty and bound in destiny. For that is the way of the Bionicle.
Hell yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
The battle's
like
about
that.
to start, and this
Yeah.
time it's sponsored by us.
And how does that work?
True, you'll win.
I do
All
think
right, the
it's
combatants are
Team
set,
Tahu.
and we run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a stop-motion
I need to see
death
where this goes.
battle!
Yeah,
Alright, here
that's
we
it.
go. I'm so
I'm
excited.
really excited.
Oh,
This is
be
gonna
good, baby.
Okay, so it's an Edgequake, okay.
Immediately, okay.
Okay.
The merge brought some weird ones. Let's see what you can do. Get off
Ah,
this
so that's
island,
exciting it.
or you'll be nothing.
Man.
Fuck up my island.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, damn.
He's stronger.
Spin Jitsu! I will not break!
That's my king.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I love the fire.
Oh.
Another master of fire, huh? Is it always me?
I like that you can even see like the skeleton underneath the miniature.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, glass.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
This guy. That's cute.
Time to heat things up.
Nice.
Ninja, go!
Oh, fuck. Ooh, cool mask.
Ooh.
Oh, sick.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
I love the axe in this one.
This is incredible. This is really.
Oh, switching maps is nice.
You know about blasting?
I didn't know what's already.
Already?
Oh shit.
Oh no, Yo, stop making him fucking bad! Yo, Yo, Kai, you're getting Autobots!
Oh my guy. Oh, this is sick.
Autobots!
Monster.
Kick back, whip around, and spin! That's the way of the ninja!
Bound in destiny. This is the way of the Bionicle.
This is so cool!
Come on, God! Watch this!
What's he making? What is he making?
Is he making some bullshit?
Now or never.
Oh, another one?
Absorbing me.
Is that the Nova Blast? That's the Nova Blast. Holy shit, that's a Nova Blast!
Jesus!
I think you got him! I think you got him!
Come on, Kai, you got this.
It's time for everything. Full power.
Gotta go.
Austin YouTube burst! He's melting!
Oh, you had a good run, Tahu.
Guess I was too hot for him.
Dude, that was the coolest thing ever! Oh my god!
Holy shit!
This match was not an easy call.
Holy shit!
As was said by examining their speed, arsenal, and power.
First up,
Oh,
speed.
God.
With all that fire spinning around, staying one step ahead was super
I
important.
guess I'm
You
taking
could dodge a
Arsenal and
focus
then
lightning, but Kai
kind
and
of
the rest of the OG ninjas are as quick as dragons that move at light speed.
Meanwhile, the Toa Anika could not keep up with Umbra, a light speed entity. And the Anika are similar in stats to the Toa Nuva.
Tahu definitely got a leg up with that golden armor, but Kai's got way more speed amps, like Rising Dragon, Jitsu, Dragon Form. Speed goes to Kai.
However, while Kai was running circles around Tahu, the Toa's arsenal had plenty of counters. The masks of
Thought for a
shielding,
second they were
speed, and
gonna
strength
tie
helped
them.
him keep up with Kai. Add in golden armor powers like heat vision, quick healing, and improved accuracy, and Tahu has the wider arsenal. A lucky shot with disintegration
Okay.
could be enough to tip the scale.
Yeah, if Kai didn't dodge with his way better speed. So this all
Yeah.
comes down to power. Fire power!
Call it fire. Call it
Tahu's
fire.
best move is the Nova
Call it
Blast,
fire.
which can wipe out a planet. But Kai's power created a friggin' star. You know, classic ninja move. The Ninja Star!
Well, a star was made. That's been confirmed multiple times.
Yeah,
But it was a team effort utilizing all the golden weapons. Kai's clearly not
Oh yeah,
blasting
1/4
people with the
of a
power of a
star.
star on a regular basis.
Pathetic.
But neither is Tahu with the Nova Blast, a move we technically have never actually seen reach planetary levels of destruction, only heard about.
Yeah, the Toa usually battle monsters that can break mountains, like the Borok, while Kai and Co fight foes who tear apart the entire continent of Ninjago. It's not like Tahu was throwing hands with Super Mecha Makuta. That was Manui's job. Still, the Star and Nova Blasts are their absolute
He's the
beast.
A
universe.
star's gravitational binding energy far exceeds that of a planet's. Even dividing it between the 4 weapons vastly exceeds any of Tahu's best showings.
And hey, Kai's still the one who lit the fire! His own flame can build the golden weapons, and even this
You could
official
try this and see
guidebook
is seen when
confirms
Ninjago
they've
ran
got the
a video.
combined power of a star. That's right, Ninjago's got that
Don't
epic
worry,
roar too.
Furthermore, Tahu's fire can reportedly melt
Fire.
any known
Fire.
substance. Giving
Fire.
benefit of the doubt and taking this
Fire.
literally, the material with the highest known melting point in the universe
That would
is
mean this,
tantalum hafnium carbide, an extremely rare
Nice.
compound that NASA
I like
likes
this.
to test rockets with because it doesn't melt until around 4,000 degrees Celsius. Extremely impressive.
Yeah, but when you're talking stars, melting point kinda goes out the window.
Indeed, initiating stellar fusion requires temperatures in excess of 4 million degrees. far higher than anything Tahu has
Honor.
generated or survived. Certainly
Yeah.
capable
love
of
Kai's
overwhelming him,
spinning.
even with all his defenses.
So, the Red Ninja is bringing in a whole lot more firepower.
While it's possible
good,
Tahu's
Tahu.
fighter arsenal
Yeah.
could
Did
bring
good,
the
my
victory,
goat.
Kai's significant advantages in
Oh.
speed and
Kai,
power
my
means
God.
he
He's
wins
more
more
above
often
that
than
whole
not.
fight.
Kai took fire to a
Yeah.
whole new level, and Tahu
So,
just has
Lego.
Lego.
The winner is the Red
Oh.
Ninja.
Lego.
Kai.
Let's see.
Next time
Alright,
on
That's
Zip.
good
There we go.
sense.
I'm nervous.
Oh god,
okay.
is it? It's
It
Shadow
is
versus
Shadow
Mewtwo.
versus
Mewtwo. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't think it was gonna be it.
Me neither. Actually,
Subscribe
but
and
I
join
saw
as a
it.
member to
You know
see
what?
more
Sure.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
I think you're
I'm not
right.
complaining.
Yeah, I told
Okay.
I mean,
you.
I
It's
love
weirder
the
than I
matchup, but
remember.
also, damn. All right, I think my thoughts will be really quick, so I'll just get them out of the way.
All right.
Okay, so I can't speak too much on the analyses for Kai at the very least because I definitely have more limited knowledge on Ninjago versus Bionicle, just from the wait period, anyhow. From what I sort of got out of it, bearing in mind that, yeah, we were talking a lot over it, it gave like a decent enough impression of the character to me, but again, I'm not the best judge for that. And Tahu's kind of a weird character to evaluate for analysis because Bionicle lore is kind of a mess to like actually try and sink your teeth into if you didn't specifically grow up from it. Is kind of what I got from like trying to get into it myself, especially when like a lot of the stuff that pertains to Tahu, you kind of need like 5 billion different pieces of existing Bionicle knowledge to really get the full context on. I think they got most of like what I would expect from Tahu in there, like his character, his like general character and personality, his arsenal, stuff like him being like this hot-headed leader, and then the likes of Takanuva taking over after, stuff like that. But again, I'm still maybe not the best judge for that, so I think he's fine, not my favorite of the years so far. But I think one of you guys would probably be better at kind of informing about that. I can definitely speak on the
Yeah.
fight though, which good lord. That was my god. Like, right off the bat-
we're gonna have a lot to say about the fight. Should we just get all of our opinions on the analysis out of the way first?
Honestly, yeah, good idea.
Just like
think we
just to
should.
have
Yeah.
that covered because it's definitely the
Yeah.
lesser part of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to go next?
Can I speak first?
Yeah, go
by all
ahead.
means.
Okay. Okay. Starting with Kai's analysis, I think it's all right. I definitely am not as knowledgeable as Kai as I am with Tahu and Bionicle, but I like what was there. My only problem was just like it felt surprisingly short considering how long Ninjago is. But I think overall, I think it covers Kai as a character well enough. Explores the world of Ninjago pretty decently. I just wish it was longer.
Mm.
But then we have Tahu's analysis, which I thought was I wasn't sure if how in depth they're gonna go with Bionicle, but honestly, I really fuck with the pacing and exploring Tahu as a character. Like, I don't know like everything about Bionicle, obviously, since I have beginner knowledge in the series as a whole, but I like what was there, explaining Matanui and like explaining like the movie, like explain movie one for the ending well, and having the ending being this is the way of the Bionicle made me really happy because that's the ending to every
yeah.
film. Like it's
Yeah.
great. So Kai's analysis, all right. Tahu's really good.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, very good because I can get down to the option. Like, I'm going to start with Tahu's analysis because I'm kind of the opposite. I'm not as knowledgeable on Bionicle and know a lot more about Ninjago. So, just from what I do know of Bionicle, which is again very little, that was a really good analysis for Tahu. I liked hearing more about like the lore of that of Bionicle, and it was cool just like seeing all of it and like kind of also getting the feel of the parallels in that. But going on to Kai's analysis, yeah, as someone who really loves Ninjago, that was cool. It was just so cool to just see all the stuff get referenced and name dropped in that, and it did a pretty good job of covering Kai as a character and like his whole arc and all of that, and also how it relates to the overall story and all that and everything. I think my only real complaint would be, again, yeah, it did feel a bit short for how much stuff is in Ninjago, and also I felt it kind of jumped around a bit weirdly with some of the plot points, like bringing up Rising Dragon and then going back to season one stuff. And well, I get it to kind of parallel with the whole Tahu and Takanuva stuff. It did feel a bit weird to focus the big ending thing on him accepting that he's not the Green Ninja and mentoring Lloyd, because that's still a very early thing in the series for him. And like, I would have liked it more if like the ending parts focus a bit more on the later stuff. Like, considering how they put an emphasis on his parents disappearing, it would have been cool if they went more in the Hands of Time to talk about that whole thing, or even go more in Dragon's Rising and talk about him mentoring Wildfire. That also would have been really cool. But aside from that, it was just so cool to just see them talk about this world and these characters, and just I cannot gush enough about how much I love just hearing it as someone who loves this series so much.
I have some thoughts that can add on that, specifically about Kai's analysis.
Yeah,
I think
go on,
it's
sure.
it's like one of those examples of an analysis that, like, the first time you watch it, or maybe even like repeated times after that you watch it, you just like you get really happy, right? Because I started watching Ninjago this month, like prepare for this, and watched through the whole entirety of the original run. And I did get that little giddy when I saw the stuff recognized, but I still feel like it didn't satisfy me in the way that I wish it did. It's like you said, they saved the Lloyd stuff for last, which happens in season 1.
Like season 1, yeah. Like season 1 and a bit into season 2. Yeah.
That's
like
really
again,
weird.
like again, if they wanted to like focus on him, maturing and mentoring someone, if they want to do that, just use Wildfire. She only gets one mention in the episode, but it's like that would have had the same thing of Kai maturing and taking on a younger student as a mentor, and also would have gone into a lot of the later stuff from the later seasons.
Like, as far as it goes, I think that is my biggest issue with the episode, which it's not a huge problem, but like Kai isn't a character that like needs a lot of workarounds to make a satisfying analysis. So I don't know why they did it.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like it's pretty good, but again, like the biggest problem is just it jumps around weirdly and does omit some stuff that is pretty big of him, like him mentoring Wildfire, the entirety of Hands of Time, with him, finding out what happened to his parents. And even stuff.
All this analysis is fucking incredible, though. I love that shit.
Yeah. And like even stuff like Seabound with him, like Seabound and like Crystallize with him, coming to terms with losing Nia and all that. Like that's another thing that was kind of missing, I noticed. But
it
it was
like counter to any of that, because again, not a Ninjago buff, and this definitely doesn't like mitigate the issues with it being kind of weirdly organized or whatever. But this is something that I think is kind of like an interesting thing to think about when we're dealing with characters from series that are as long as Ninjago, because Kai obviously isn't like the most complex character from what I've gathered, but at the end of the day, that is still like 200 episodes worth of content. So I don't know, when you're condensing that into 6 minutes of analysis, it is sort of interesting to try and think about like how easy is it to really condense all of that.
Yeah,
which again,
obviously, it's easy to look at something and go, "Well, that's not how I would have made it."
Yeah,
exactly.
My complaints aside, it was still just really cool just to see this series I love get talked about and just see everything.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, as you said, it's easy for any one of us to like say, "Oh, I would have written this or that or whatever," when you know we're not a studio with a deadline and a budget to think about. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just something I think is kind of interesting to consider, anyhow.
Yeah.
Will Gothic, did either of you have anything you want to say?
Gothic can go before me. I'm still trying to figure out my thoughts on the fight.
Fair enough.
I am as well. I'm going to keep mine brief because it is similar to what's been said, but I don't have too many issues with Kai's analysis. At most, just, again, weird pacing wise. And it just felt a little shorter compared to Tahu's. And as someone who's more familiar with Ninjago, and I have, granted, for the waiting period, I've seen the series already and only watched the movie and pilot episodes. I think it's satisfying. Well, again, there's like nitpicks I have, but it's not a big issue, like stated. But Tahu's analysis is really good. It made me more interested checking more Bionicle when I have the time.
Hmm.
And
Yay.
again, more interested in the world of Bionicle. And it's just a really satisfying analysis overall for what I can gather. Probably one of my favorites of this year.
Yeah.
Will, you can go.
I thought the analysis was pretty cool. I do think I prefer Tahu's more to Kai because I learned more about him. A lot of it was very informative. The stuff about the lore of Bionicle, especially with how Matanui isn't just an island, but it's also the planet, and the planet's like a guy. That stuff took me off,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there was so much to especially in the sidebars for both of them, but especially Tahu. And overall, I feel like they definitely got the characters as well as they've shown, and there's just a lot there, and I really like it. I honestly, a lot of my thoughts are more on the fight, and I can't wait to gush about that.
Yeah, I think we kind of
Yeah.
we don't have a lot else to say because we seem to all be in agreement. Kai analysis, good, could use some work. Tahu analysis, just really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the best fight in the show's history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah, I
years.
cannot imagine how many. I cannot imagine how many Lego pieces were used during this.
I
Dude,
really think that those were actual Lego minifigs because you could see they had a
If
a
I
minifig
remember
skeleton
correctly,
in them, and even the texture of them
believe-
looked very clay-like. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
I believe that they're 3D printed.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, in some parts, I could definitely see the 3D printing, specifically Tahu's fire sword and Kai's hair. I could very much tell those are 3D printed.
Yeah, and even the actual models themselves looked very.
Yeah.
There's a texture that you can see to 3D print stuff if you look
Yeah.
really close, where it almost has the look of a fingerprint on it from where all the threads
Yeah.
are connecting.
Yeah, the print
Yeah, that's
lines.
Which obviously that makes
Yeah.
sense. Novel as it would have been to see them do it with actual Lego minifigures. Good
Yeah.
luck trying to get them to move in a dynamic way, especially Kai.
Yeah.
But
Also,
yeah,
it was the 3D printing does kind of solve the height difference issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel so
wanted
bad because oh sorry.
No.
No, I was just gonna say I wanted to just kind of get my thoughts on the fight as a whole out of the way.
Yeah.
should we go in the same order?
If everyone's happy with that, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So
I have no issues.
I mentioned this before on the channel. I think that I am an animation student and I have worked with stop motion before, and yeah, so that's how I could pick up on things from watching the analysis, seeing the skeleton underneath Kai's model, because you could see it on where his head is connected to the rest of his body.
Yeah.
Stop motion is notoriously one of the hardest forms of animation because even with digital enhancements and all that, you still kind of have to keep everything perfectly still and move things very carefully, which is why action in stop motion was thought for the longest time to be next to impossible. So getting a 5-minute long fight of that kind of finesse in stop motion is beyond impressive. And they use every minute perfectly. Nothing feels like filler, like it's gone to waste, which is really cool. And it makes this feel like one of the most substantial fights of the year so far. I just think like my one like notable hangup is that the length does kind of also mean that while there are a lot of like moments that get you hyped up, it does also kind of feel like there's a lot of moments where it kind of feels like, okay, the fight's about to end. Like, it's kind of weird to explain, but it does kind of just make me feel a little exhausted afterwards, where it's like, okay, we're about to see the end of the fight. Oh, no, it's still going. It's still going. Okay, now it's about to end. But it's still going. I mean, obviously, I still hype as shit seeing stuff like the golden armors and whatnot, but it did kind of get a little dizzying after a bit. But otherwise, yeah, like, all of the effects looked great. There was, like, a lot of creativity in there. Like, Tahu just was surfing up the active volcano's lava spire was the coolest goddamn thing ever. And I love as well the kill having, like, Tahu literally be melted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. They literally burned the Tahu figure just to make that kill. It's raw as hell, but man, that poor Tahu figure.
He burnt my Tahu.
He burnt my Tahu.
He burnt my
Burnt my Tahu.
No.
Burnt my Tahu.
Or Tahu,
Yeah,
he's broken.
I don't know if I would say this is my favorite episode of the year so far, but the fact that I'm contemplating that at all is very much a testament to how good it is, considering, like, I made clear how much I love Sentry vs. Superboy Prime. That's, like, easily my most rewatched episode of the year. I definitely see myself going back and watching this, like, a lot. So, kudos. I think I'd probably still say I slightly prefer Sentry Prime just for, like, kind of appealing more to my taste, because, you know, me like the cosmic horror stuff. But this is still feckin' brilliant. So, who else wants to go next?
Me.
Shoot.
Yeah, I was gonna add on what you said. The fight looks visually amazing. Like, this is our first stop motion episode ever. Like, besides, if you want to, actually no, yeah, it is the first stop motion episode ever, and it
our
looks
first full
incredible.
actual stop motion episode.
I think they pretty much nailed like both Kai and Tahu personality wise. Like, Kai is just corny little shit. I like him, and Tahu is just like
Badass.
Tahu is badass and also should.
Yeah.
Okay, there is like one line that maybe I'm looking into it too hard, but Tahu's like before he died, he says like Matanui, forgive me, before going to like the big fuck off Nova thing. And I really like that because like he doesn't want Matanui to get destroyed, but he wants to do everything in his power to get this outsider from potentially hurting his home. And I thought that was really interesting. It felt like something he would say in Bionicle.
I will
Kind
say,
of like-
though, it is very funny imagining Matanui, forgive me, and then dropping the holiest nuke you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, it's like a fucking, okay, I don't want you in my house, bro. I don't know what you're gonna do here, so fuck you. I'm getting rid of it.
Blowing his whole house with
I'm not
pain.
giving you the fucking chance.
I don't want you in my
my
house to take
nobody
this rocket
can.
launcher. I don't want you in my house to take this rocket launcher.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's my favorite episode of the season because like Yuji Denji means like a lot to me personally, and Century Prime is probably my most rewatched episode of the year. But it's still fucking amazing. So like, hey, a third place ain't bad at all considering like how good it is. But yeah, fight really amazing. I love it.
Holy shit, 3 cakes.
Yeah.
Can I go next?
Take the stage.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take my analysis of this more from the view of someone who is a huge fan of Lego and all like issues and that. This was really good. Like as someone who knows, like, is very intimate with knowing that, like, there were so many little details of this that I just loved. Like even like little stuff, like hearing, like when Kai pulled his hood on, hearing the classic, like the click of Legos, that was really nice. And like, also showing him, I was like, just all the cool references to both franchises and how well they're going to get into the fight. Like, okay, not because out there, it's like because I just want to get so quickly. Yeah, the voice acting really good. I can't speak as much on Tahu because I've never heard his. No, I haven't much of his actual voice actor, but man, Kai's voice actor was really good. That sounded so much like his actual voice actor Vincent Tong. Yeah, and it just got the personality of Kai perfectly. Of that kind of just kind of showboaty, kind of corny. Kind of just like, yeah, he's here to show that he's the coolest guy. Then, oh, the references are so cool. Like the little ones, like recreate like that little reference to the Ninjago intro with like Kai doing the wink after he puts his hood on, and like referencing that classic box art for the original Tahu with when Tahu was surfing on the lava. Like, those were so cool. Like, even the little details I love what they do with the impact frames, like the one impact frame at the end where you could briefly see like the brick built Tahu and the minifigure Tahu. That was really funny. That was really good. And I want to go back and like slow-mo that to see if they also added in the little bonkle Tahu. I hope they did. Like, come on, do you think I'd have bonkle Tahu in there somewhere? And, like, even the little details I noticed, like at the end when they, Kai was celebrating again, like amongst the rubble, you could see like you could actually like see little like bricks, like the Lego bricks. That's such a cool little detail. Also, like the very last of it being caused by the merge place from Dragons Rising. This was really I don't know if it's my favorite, but yeah, this was a really good fight.
All right, well, I'm gonna be the weak link here. I think it's the best episode of the year, kind of easily. I don't have any qualms saying it's my favorite one. There's only so many ways you can see something looks really good, But like, I want to give special attention to the insane effects. I don't know how this was. I don't know how they were done. If like they were edited in afterward or what the hell. But I went back to check some stuff while you guys were talking. Some of Tahu's fire effects are fucking paper. Like paper. That's fucking incredible.
But, yeah, it was paper, and
or like when he makes the glass, that looks incredible as well. All of the lava. I love set changes in episodes, and we had so many here. Just like on the beach, on like the side of the volcano, in the air, like with the giant fire eruption, and like having them have the final clash inside the heart of an active volcano is maybe the coolest thing you could have done.
Yeah.
And it all looks incredible. Like, again, I don't know what these effects are, but I need a step-by-step breakdown. It's maybe the best looking effects I've seen on this show. Other than that, everything you guys said, I agree with. I like the choreography a lot. Tahu has a lot of weird powers that obviously you weren't gonna get like active use of, but I think he still used a large variety of stuff. Kai is a lot more straightforward, and you obviously weren't gonna get a lot of his weirder weapons in here. But I think it works focusing on Kai's main stuff and letting Tahu do some more silly stuff, like with like the laser eyes and the tracking thing. That's about what like everything I could have asked for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go now?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, huge, like massive shout out to everyone in Apartment D Films for making that look so good. I'd want to list down every single person, but that would probably take a bit. Have a few things that I want to talk about. First off, probably my only real negative with the fight. It's not really a negative, more like a middle of the ground. That's the track. it works well, but I don't think it really captures the energy that I would have expected for a track for Bionicle and Ninjago. And
Mm.
well, it does well. Again, it's not all that memorable. I'll have to listen to it on its own after the fact, but as of right now, not the biggest fan. A few like details that I loved. As B had mentioned before, the inclusion of the minifigure Tahu and the brick built Tahu and all the different other versions of Tahu in the scene of the Nova Strike, uh, in- including the Lego skeleton in the scene with the X-ray vision. Which, by the way, when I saw that in the analysis, was like, why does he need X-ray vision? That sounds so useless. And then it comes back in the fight because he, of course, like Kai is a ninja. He does stealth. What would Tahu need in order to counter that? Well, X-ray. Uh, Another thing that I loved is when Tahu uses the disintegration on Kai to destroy his mask and his like sleeves. They actually play the sound from the Lego games of the bricks falling apart, and I love
Oh,
that. What else? Mixed media. I love how like I'm a big Lego fan. I love the Lego movies. I love how the first one especially does everything in Lego. So when I saw like through the previews and whatnot that it was going to be mixed media, I was a little bit like turned off. But the way they utilize it is amazing. Like has been mentioned before, the fire effects with the paper, the lava effects with the clay, one of my favorites is Tahu's shield being a fishbowl, uh, and everything just looks absolutely phenomenal. And probably the best, one of the best looking death battles I have ever seen. And it's definitely my favorite of the year, and probably up there for one of my favorites of all time. Uh, One last thing is I love how it takes itself seriously, but it also is willing to be goofy. The bit with like Kai and Tahu screaming and cutting back and forth, or like the flurry of arms being like them basically flailing, but it's treated seriously. That kind of stuff really gets the Lego brand of humor, I believe. Uh, yeah, that's basically all I want to say. Really good fight, love it.
yeah.
Gothic, do you want to go?
I don't have too much to say that hasn't been said already. Again, shout out to Apartment D. It makes me want to check out more of their work, and I cannot imagine the general production of this as a whole for, effects mentioned already. And it just feels like a love letter to Lego as a brand, really, like mentioned
Yeah.
already. And I'm probably in agreement with Loka, where it's probably my favorite episode of the year so far, or at least, especially fight wise, it's definitely my favorite fight. Again, it's
Yeah.
just I think it embraces like every aspect of what I really like about Ninjago and just general interest from Bionicle, as well as just again Lego as a brand.
Could you
And
imagine telling a Death Battle fan a few years ago that one of the best episodes of the show would be for Bionicle?
yeah,
I'm glad it
I
is.
cannot imagine.
And I would
Yeah.
believe you.
Sorry to
Eventually, a fan
interrupt.
for a few years. Yeah, eventually, a fan for a few years ago. Oh yeah, by the way, Bionicle's getting on the show in the same season as Superboy Prime.
Superboy
And
who?
Gru.
And
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways,
there's one
sorry to interrupt.
one last thing I want to bring up.
go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt it as well. But
No, you're fine.
this scene with I'm gonna post this really funny, but also really cool.
After shows on stream. Bigfoot.
Yeah, show it.
Nice use of squash and stretch on that one.
Yeah.
Also, Editor, could you show the he burnt my Tahoe gif in
burnt my
in
Tahoe.
on stream?
He burnt my
He burnt my
Tahoe.
Tahoe.
No,
Remember
my
my Tahoe.
Tahoe. It's broken.
No.
It's burnt.
It's burnt. But I don't have too much to say beyond that. Really loved it. Good, great fight.
Yeah.
And there's the next time.
Greninja
Gothic
and
Europe-
European look weird.
I told you.
I fucking doubted
You
so
said
many
he was Chucky
times.
Slappy!
Also,
it was one of the guests. It was one of them.
Mewtwo Shadow. Did someone actually tell
No,
you it
you
was
guys
Mewtwo
don't
Shadow?
understand. For the longest time, Gothic has been going, oh, next time it's Chucky Slappy. The next time it's Chucky
Yeah,
Slappy.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
October yet!
It's time. After next time, yeah.
Imagine we actually get Chucky Slappy after Mewtwo Shadow. I
Yeah,
swear
yeah,
to
you're
God.
real stupid.
No,
They'll look
if
very
I swear to
stupid.
God,
They'll
if
look
this
very
little,
silly. They'll look very
little
silly.
bastard gets what they want,
Yeah, as I should. I deserve Chucky Slappy.
I'm going
Listen,
to kill myself. and
Listen,
post it to
October
channel.
beat Mother Mother versus Pumpkin Rapid. Trust. Gonna appeal to
No,
me
no,
specifically.
No, it's Freddy Pennywise.
Dude, I
Favorite
fucking
all three
wish.
of us.
I don't need to say anything.
Hot dog?
You,
We're all
finally
not-
having
Shut up.
Eric,
I
can you put a
am
picture
really
of, like, a
looking
hot dog on
forward
screen?
to the next time, but I will say this will sound very petty, but hear me out. I love the matchup. I love Shadow and I love Mewtwo. I really hope though Mewtwo wins because I don't like rematches just being done to correct a result. And by all accounts, unlike basically any other rematch that we've gotten, this one is actually debatable, but I don't like setting the precedent that just all of these remakes should be correcting a bad result. I do want some that
Yeah.
are like just genuinely making the episode better than it was before, instead of just leaving
Yeah.
only like Superman to stay the winner every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't fully hit me that it is happening. I probably I'd let it happen. Holy shit! I cannot speak today.
Oh,
Yeah. It hasn't hit me that it's happening yet. I need like some days to process it, and I get into both characters. But I'm looking forward to it. Why not?
we all expected Shadow Mewtwo eventually, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
But,
it's going to be the
Yeah.
next
I think
time.
what's interesting about this is not counting Goku Superman 2. This is the first rematch we've gotten that isn't from season 1, and
Oh,
God, yeah.
this is opening a lot of doors.
Hmm.
It
So-
probably got second on the rematch poll for the.
Oh, it
case.
definitely got second on the rematch
Oh
poll.
my God.
So what you're saying is
Yeah.
we can get full Gore Sector 2.
Yes, that's exactly
You are
what
so
I'm
wrong.
saying. That is exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And in fact, Pit the Swordmaster will be uploading his own version of Fulgur vs. Sector 2 tomorrow.
It's
Tomorrow.
true.
This
So
is
now
why
you
you're
have,
not getting the
you have to
channel.
remind him, because if he doesn't upload it tomorrow, you will unsubscribe for failed meetings.
Yes, you, the
Yes.
viewer, unsubscribe from the channel.
That's my bit now, I guess. Chris is still dead, by the way.
Yeah, Chris is still dead.
We're all going
Yes.
to be dead
Rest in
by the end
peace,
of the
Chris
year.
Wolf.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live. I physically have to live for the new channel.
No, I'm getting.
You're not
Yeah.
fucking getting it.
I gotta think
Well-
about fun. I gotta think about funny joke to make in the comments this time about me getting the channel.
I'll outlive all of you and take the
Did I do
channel
one
for
for-
myself.
Did I do one for any traveler?
I didn't do one. Oh wait, no, I did. I said, "Do you think Aang has cancer?" Spoiler alert, he does.
I think my favorite one I did is for Superboy Prime versus Sentry. What if Superboy Prime punched the channel so hard I got it? That's a local joke.
There's Miss
Yeah.
Logan hates children.
Well,
And on that note,
you don't
good
deny
time to
it.
end.
on that note,
No, we should end the video.
Yeah, we should call it quits here.
Yes, but it's you.
I think Pit's gone.
I'm typing something.
Oh,
This
the
Where's
typer.
Pit?
type stuff.
This shit is typing something.
You're extending the outro for no reason.
That sweet
Oh,
ad rabbit.
boo.
We're
No
it's
one's
long
watching
enough as
anymore.
is.
Everyone's
This is
clicked
already
off.
so goddamn long.
we're
This is
we're
gonna
losing
take
viewers.
forever
Pit, chop,
to-
chop, empty the
Everyone's clicked
audience.
off, Pit. You're not getting any money.
Nobody's watching this far in.
Yeah, because Gothic's in it.
Because Gothic's in it.
No, it's because you're in it.
What the
Arg-
fuck? They clicked for me. I was in Bowsegg.
That's true.
If you've watched this
Reason they
far,
put so much
comment
of
down
those
below
okay.
your favorite Lego set.
Comment down below your favorite member of the Pitty Vals. Is that I guess
We'll execute them next episode.
Nobody will
Comment
answer
below if you're
face, by the way.
cracking Rudaka from Bionicle 3 Web Shadows.
It's okay.
Anyways, yeah, I think that's a good note to end it on. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys for probably not watching this far, but thanks for watching in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, there's already going to be like credits towards them, anyways. But thanks again to Will in particular for all the Lego models used in this video and on the thumbnail.
Yay.
The Xenomorph one still makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Well, until next time, peace.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yay.
Hot dog.
Bye. Bye.
Say some bullshit.
Long before Kai had
Sticking the Lego set. I'm sticking my dick in the Lego
I'm
set.
drowning in Lego.
We're cracking Rudaka.
I made it fall in the river in the city.
We're
No,
cracking
an audio
Rudaka from
test is
Bionicle
useless
3.
if I can't make out what you guys are saying.
It's in the video.